3 things that might tell you that you are out of alignment with your divine feminine. Number 1, putting other women down. Now, I'm not talking about if somebody does something really horrible to you and you feeling like you need to express that. Like, I think that is so valid. But if there is this constant urge when you're with other women or just with anybody in general that you feel like you want to talk about other women, you want to put them down, you want to single them out, you are making comments about their body, you are making comments about their success, you're making comments about their lifestyle, that is coming from a very wounded place. We call that the wounded feminine. If you are doing that, this is a reflection of something that is unhealed within you. No, that doesn't make you a bad person if you have unhealed parts. We all have unhealed parts. The difference is when that comes up for you, a woman in her divine feminine is going to notice when that comes up, and instead of projecting it out onto other people and wanting to bond over it, she's going to ask herself, what is this telling me about myself? About a deeper part of myself is asking to be seen. Or what am I seeing in this other woman that actually is triggering something within me? Maybe it's something that I see within her that I want, and it's coming out as jealousy. I want you to think about it from a multidimensional perspective, because, and again, I'm not telling you that you can't express yourself when a woman does something wrong to you or makes you feel uncomfortable. That's a totally different situation. But what I'm talking about is just you want to just talk about other people, okay? That's coming from a very wounded place. Number 2, if you're someone who bashes men all the time and you're generalizing them as these horrible creatures, that is coming from a very wounded place. Now, I never want to invalidate your experiences with men, okay? Trust me, I have had the worst experiences with men too, and I've also had even more horrible experiences with women. So, it's not about their gender, it's about people being humans and messing up, okay? I've messed up. I'm sure I'm a villain in someone's story, okay? And it really depends on the approach that you take, okay? So if you're going to continue to speak badly about men, and I see people posting about it all the time around how, men ain't shit, or men are this, men are that, and it's like, okay, if you have that perspective that is coming from a very wounded place, it's coming from a place that you have not healed yet in your heart, okay? Because I can tell you wholeheartedly, like I've said, I've been through assaults with men. I've just been through some really shitty things with men, okay? And I still love men because I know that they're all not like that. I also know that there's a lot of men who have hurt me in the past who have grown into these really beautiful men because they have taken the initiative and accountability to learn from those mistakes, okay? So you can continue to engage with men like that if you'd like, but then your outcomes are always going to be the same. You're going to continue to attract that, okay? So if you want healthy men in your life, start speaking well about them. Start seeing them for who they are. And last but not least, emotional dumping, okay? If you're someone who regurgitates the same story over and over again, and I'm talking about like on multiple occasions to your friends. Your friends are there to support you. We all need personal support, but they are not your therapists. Nobody should be your therapist except your therapist, okay? The reason I say emotional dumping can be from a wounded space is because, one, we haven't learned how to fully feel the emotion. Okay, because when you fully feel an emotion and you know how to navigate yourself through that emotion, you're not going to feel the constant need to emotionally dump onto your friends. Emotionally dumping is like you're continuing to say the same thing over and over again, and it's like you're just dumping into a space, like your friend is the space who's just holding it all, and then you're doing it again and again and again because it's giving you some sort of thrill from it, whether you believe that or not, Okay? Now, does this mean that we don't express things that happen to our friends? Not at all. Does it mean that we don't go to our friends when we need support? Not at all. But you have to know your own inner boundaries and understand that they have lives happening for themselves too. And that also too, that you're not the only one just expressing yourself, that you're actually being a space holder as well too when they need you. Okay? Because I see a lot of women coming from their wounded feminine, just feeling that almost entitlement energy from everybody. Everybody needs to listen to them. Everybody needs to just be there for them when, and yes, like I said, we all need personal support. But also too, if you want someone to listen to you, you want someone to like just verbally dump onto, you need to hire a therapist or a mentor. So these are just 3 things. There's many other things that will bring you out of alignment with your divine feminine. And I've helped so many women move from these spaces into a more secure space. And this has helped them in their relationship. It's helped them in their friendships. It's helped them with their families. And to me, like, I love working relationships because we have a relationship with everything in this world. Okay? And if we're not in our divine feminine, it's really hard to receive from those relationships. It's really hard to show up in those relationships. So if you want to have healthier relationships, to build a happier life, to feel like you're actually being supported in a healthy way, you have to heal those wounded feminine wounds.